Hi everybody, welcome back to Our Candy Rose for those who stay. This podcast is in loving memory of my daughter, Candace Rose, who lived from 2007 to 2025. Your life will never be in vain. Everything we do will be in your name. My name is Dena, and this space is for the ones still breathing, still loving, still waking up in a world that kept moving when our child didn't get to. If you're here, it means you loved deeply and you're still here, and that matters. Today, I want to talk about something quiet, something subtle, but devastating in a way grief rarely gives us language for. The end of the year. When a year ends, it isn't just time moving forward. For many of us, it feels like we're being dragged farther away from the last place our person existed. December becomes this emotional choke point. It's the final month their name was spoken in the present tense. The last calendar where they were still here. The closing of the final shared seasons. A line in time you never wanted to cross. And it's brutal because the world is celebrating the new year while you're inside your own head thinking, I'm not ready to leave you behind. There's a phrase that's been circulating lately. It says, I'm not ready to leave the last year they were alive. And if that hit you like a punch to the chest, it's not because you were unprepared. It's because that sentence names fear. Most grieving parents carry silently. What if moving into a new year means losing pieces of them? What if memories fade? What if the world forgets? What does it mean that time doesn't stop, even when your life does? Before that phrasing ever existed, your body already was living inside grief's timeline, not the calendars. You weren't thinking, this is the last year she was alive. You were thinking, I miss her. She should be here. I'm surviving today. And what do I do with all this pain? That sentence didn't uncover something you were denying. It introduced a new frame you hadn't been forced to sit inside yet. And that kind of shift can feel like losing them all over again. But here's the truth, spoken gently. This is not another loss. This is not a second death. You're not leaving twice. The quiet truth is, you are not leaving her. Time cannot take her from you. You don't cross into January without your person. They cross with you differently. Love does not expire with the calendar. So the year may change, but our loved one, my Candace, remains. And my voice, and my choices, and my rituals, and my grief, and my becoming, and even in the pain I feel right now. That is evidence of love still living. There's a milestone no one warns grieving parents about. We're told somewhat to brace for the big ones, the first holidays, the first birthdays, the 1 year anniversary. Those are acknowledged, but no one talks about this one, the end of the last year they were alive. It's symbolic, unmarked, unritualized. And symbolic milestones often hit harder than scheduled ones, because they sneak up on the nervous system and whisper, this part of your life truly is over. But that fear isn't about the date, it's about the permanence. And your heart says, I didn't agree to lose her all over again. But I'm not. Because I've been carrying her. I survived the first morning without her. That first night, the first week, the first season, the first holiday, the first birthday. So time has already moved. And we carried her through all of it. So it's not abandonment, it's continuity. Candace did not live only in a year. She lives in my breath, my work, this podcast, my love for Bellaboo, my purpose, my grief, my advocacy. So I'm going to say it right now, the calendar will not swallow her up. If you're listening right now and the end of the year feels unbearable, I want to offer you something real, something you can do. Not to heal, not to move on, but to carry. And I know this podcast, first of all, it's not being recorded before the new year. And it might not come out, hopefully by February. But maybe this doesn't have to be a New Year's ritual. Maybe it can just be a ritual that you do throughout the year on special occasions. Maybe you can plan to do this next New Year's Eve, but it's just a thought. So a New Year's ritual for your loved one, not an ending, a carrying. We're going to carry them through. So set the space, dim the lights, light one candle for your loved one. So I'll light one candle for Candace and say quietly your loved one's name. So I'll say Candace. Say quietly, Candace, you're invited here with me. This is about presence, not memory. Honor the year without ending it. Write down one thing you witnessed in them, one thing they gave you, one thing they changed in you, and whisper, this does not end. It lives in me. Now name the fear with grace. Say, time scares me because I love you. But love is not erased by time. Now let your body breathe again. We get to choose how they travel with us. So pick something you'll carry through the year. A word, a phrase, a stone. Say, this is how you travel with me. Another idea is a toast at midnight. So this is very New Year's Eve-esque. Excuse me. Raise whatever you're drinking and say, for the love that didn't die, for the breath that continues, for the child or loved one who changed everything. No goodbye, no apology. Everything's just sweet and simple. Don't overthink it. Just be in the moment. A January vow. Write one sentence you promised to them. Something like, I will say your name freely and lovingly. I will build something with your story. I promise. I will not let the world forget you existed. That vow becomes your tether. Now, blow the candle out, not them. Say, stay with me in all my days, and I'll blow the flame out. Knowing the light remains inside of you. Here's what I want to leave you with. You're not leaving the year she lived, the year they lived. They are coming into the next one with you. Time does not take them. A calendar is not bigger than love. January is not a betrayal. Her story continues because you do. Thank you for being here, for staying, for carrying love forward. This is our Candy Rose for those who stay. Love you.